Good morning, YouTube. Happy Saturday. We just got an order back from HGA. Let's see what we got. Welcome back, everyone. We just got the order in from HGA. Pretty excited to see what we got. These are kind of a weird mix of cards, so just to prepare you, there's not really any rhyme or reason. I think when I look back at when I submitted this order, HGA only allowed 9 cards per order at the time, and we were starting to run out of cards to grade. So I was just kind of grabbing anything to see, hey, is this possibly worth grading? And that's kind of why this order is what it is. So just to give you a heads up, thanks for the feedback on the PSA order. I know I got killed on that, and I'm glad everyone was able to put their 2 cents in on that. It took forever to get the order. It was really bad all around. I mean, I bought at the peak, took forever to get the order back, and then didn't get the grades that I had hoped to get. So it was pretty much a lose situation all the way around. And you know, since I've been grading with HGA, so I have more orders coming back from HGA as a result of PSA being shut down. So somebody did mention that in the comments that, hey, if you want to do more of a quick flip, try using SGC at $30 per card or HGA at even $20 per card. And I've been using HGA because I like their labels better. And that's really the reason why. I mean, it seems like they grade well too. I did get one on another HGA Reveal video. I got a Zach LaVine back that I thought would have been a PSA 10. It came back a True Gem 9.5 from HGA. So I feel like they're fairly accurate with their grading as well. So I like that. But I also like their slabs, and I like the labels, either the splash match or if you choose to do a custom label, I like that feature as well. As opposed to SGC, where I don't really like the label. If SGC had a higher resale value, I'd probably go with them just for that reason, but it kind of feels like both SGC and HGA are selling far below PSA value. So if I had to choose between the two, I'm just going to go with HGA for now, but that could change. Just depends on how the market works out. So that's kind of my thought process on what I'm grading now and why I'm using HGA over SGC, or even over CSG for that matter, which they have a nice slab too. I don't particularly like the label, and that's probably the main reason, as well as their resale value. It seems to not really do as well on the open market as well. But that's the same for SGC and HGA as well. PSA still resells the best, and it seems like that's not going to change, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, again, thanks for the feedback on the order. I got a lot of comments, probably the most comments I've ever had on any one of my videos, so I really appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy this reveal. Okay, so we have our 9-card order. I'm gonna go from worst to best, in my opinion, and the first card that we had graded was Trevor Bauer. Unfortunately, a lot of news happened since the time that I sent this in, so I actually wasn't even able to value this card as far as like trying to look up a comp on it, but it got an HGA 9.0. I like the look of the splash with the card. I mean, it's a nice card. Unfortunately, it's Trevor Bauer, and we really don't know what's going to happen with his, it looks like his season's over, and I don't know what's going to happen with his career. But at this point, I can't even put a value on the card. I saw a raw refractor of this card sell on eBay for 99 cents. So paid $20 to get this card graded, and paid, I believe, $20 for the card itself. Trevor Bauer was one of the big pickups for the Dodgers at the beginning of the year, so I thought it was a good buy. Unfortunately, things happen, and so I'm not really sure. I'm just going to go ahead and value this at maybe $10 because I want to show what the either profit or loss was on each of the submissions. And I did pay I guess $10 for the card. No, that's what I'm saying it's worth. Yeah, I believe I paid $20 for the card, $20 to get it graded. So we had $40 into it, probably about a $30 loss. So not too bad. I mean, it's a low price card. Got this Domantas Sabonis graded. Now, Domantas Sabonis, you might say, well, why did you get this graded? Well, I thought it had a shot at an HGA 9.5, and he actually had a really nice year. I don't know if many people are aware of this, but He averaged 23 points per game, 11.97 rebounds, 6.7 assists. He's clearly the leader on a very good Indiana team. They started out hot. Unfortunately, after the trade, they got Karis LeVert, but he wasn't able to play. And their season really tanked at that point. But I feel like they're coming. They got a new coach. They got Rick Carlisle, who's been there before. They're returning the same team, and they're also getting the bubble god, TJ Warren. So I think people are sleeping on Indiana, which is one of the reasons I got this card graded. Anyway, in any case, let's take a look at what we got here. We got an HGA 9, and it looks like we got 9s all across the board. So, you know, I guess I thought this card had a shot at a 9.5. It got an HGA 9. I'm just trying to see if I can see maybe why. You know, if it got 9s everywhere, it's not really any one particular thing that killed it, but looks like a nice card to me, and it's an HGA 9, so it is what it is. I tried to look up a comp on this as well, and it looks like, I would say a reasonable comp on this is $40. I saw PSA 9s selling for a little bit over $40. I bought this on the high end. I bought it for $40 raw back at the peak of the market, or as the market was declining, and then I paid $20 to get it graded. So into it for $60, a little bit of a loss there. Not quite as bad as the Trevor Bauer, and I believe the card has some upside. This card, again, this was another one, just pulled this out of a box, decided to throw it in the order. This is Joe Dele, who was called up this year by the Angels. Having a nice, he looks like he has a lot of talent. His batting average is not that great, but I like his speed. I like his energy. It looks like he might have a nice, promising couple of years with the Angels. You can see it's a serial numbered gold card. Let's see what we got. We got an HGA 9 on this as well. And we got 2 9.5s, and the centering was an 8.5. So this is one where, honestly, I just grabbed it and threw it in the order. And if I had to do it over again, I could have easily identified that the centering was not going to be great. And if this were a well-centered card, it's possible that it could have gotten an HGA 9.5. But that is what it is. I tried to look up a comp on this card as well, and it looks like I came up with $67. I'm not really sure how I came up with that. There weren't many on the market. Actually, you know what? One did sell, an HGA 9 sold on eBay for $67. I paid $20 to get it graded, and I pulled it out of a box. I'm gonna say at the time the raw card was probably valued at $10, so put about $30 into it, and it's a $67 card now. So that was kind of a nice surprise on that. Got this Lamello ball Donruss, just a base Donruss graded. Let's see what we got on this. HGA 9 as well. You see we got 2 9.5, we're close. We got 2 9.5s and 2 9.0. So that's unfortunate when you miss a 9.5 by one subgrade, but that's just how it goes. And this is Lamello Ball's Donruss base rookie card. Pulled this out of a blaster box as well. So, you know, when I pull cards out of a box, I try to give them a value, maybe the value of their raw card at the time. So I think at the time it was going for about $15 on eBay. Paid $20 to get it graded, so about $35 into it. And I saw a comp on eBay for about $40 for an HGA 9. So that seems pretty low. I mean, if I can find some more Lamello balls for $40, I think I might consider buying them. Again, I'm becoming a big fan of the splash match, so I think it looks really cool with the card. So that's the Lamello. You can see these were obviously lower priced cards to begin with, and I paid a lower grading fee than the PSA order. This one actually was a higher price card. This is a Jason Tatum red, white, and blue. And this was one of the leftovers from those high-end purchases we had back in March. Ooh, and I think I could see that corner there doesn't look that great. So not expecting an HGA 9.5 on this one. Paid $150 for this card raw. So it was definitely a pricey raw card, and we got an 8.5. Now, just eyeballing it, I can see the centering is off, and again, I'm not sure. I think the intention was to buy the card to get it graded, but I probably wouldn't have even bought this card raw now that I go back and think about it. So let's look at the subgrades. The centering got an 8.5, surface was an 8.5, corners were an 8.5. So this was almost an 8.5 all the way around. Obviously, you know, hindsight's 20/20. If I could go back in time, I probably would not send this in. But I think, like I said at the time, I just wanted to get I wanted to get some cards into HGA. We were able to get into their queue, which is a big deal. And I wanted to get 9 cards in. I figured I want to use all 9 slots. So like, again, this was kind of one of the leftover ones, and I think that we were not going to get it graded to begin with, but then kind of said, why not for $20? And actually, a reasonable comp I found on eBay for an HGA 9.5 was about $150. So really almost a break even. I paid $20 to get it graded, but I believe we could put this back on and get roughly $150 for it. Let me know your thoughts on that. Jason Tatum's a good player, so it's always good to have a card of a good player. That helps the resale value. This is a Michael Porter Jr. Mosaic rookie. Another card we actually I don't think we paid very much for this card. Looking at the price here. Oh, I guess we did. It looks like we paid well, $30. Paid $30 for the card raw, paid $20 to get it graded, so $50 into it, and we got a 9.0 again. So far, no 9.5s. That's unfortunate. This is starting to give me bad memories of that PSA order. So this is a nice card. This is his Mosaic rookie, and you can see 2 9.5s, which is great, but the surface was an 8.5. One of the things that I've heard or that I've read on Facebook groups is that surface generally tends to be an issue on Mosaic cards in general. So if you're going to submit Mosaic, take a close look, take a second look, just make sure you didn't miss anything. And that could have been the reason why this card overall got a 9.0. So I looked up a comp on this, about $50 for an HGA 9. Again, paid $30 for it raw, $20 to get it graded. So another kind of break-even card. Anthony Edwards. Now this is an orange laser Anthony Edwards. Pulled this out of a box. Let's see what we got on this. 9.0. Oh, man. Corners 9.5, but the rest got 9.0 on all the other subgrades. I thought the card looked pretty nice. I can kind of see the corner on the right. I don't know, the right corner there looks like it might have an issue, but it's kind of hard to tell with these orange lasers. This is a very nice card, though. It was a nice pull, and I think raw I would have figured it might be worth maybe $35. I don't know why I have that written down. That seems kind of low for Anthony Edwards. He's really good. I know he's kind of the forgotten rookie in the class. Everybody just thinks of Lamello and that's it. But this guy can really play, and I feel like $35 is kind of low for if you can get this card raw. Anyway, a reasonable comp that I thought I saw was SGC 9.5 sold for $80. So I think maybe this might be around that price, maybe $75, $80. Let me know your thoughts on that. It was kind of difficult to find a comp on that card. So now we have one auto, and you can see on the auto, they grade it right here in the back. This auto got a 10. This is a Malcolm Brogdon Optic Hollow autograph rookie card. I believe, and I was trying to find the eBay sale for where we bought this, because we did buy it kind of on the low end as the market was trending down. And I believe we paid about $30 for the card. And then, of course, paid $20 to get it graded. Let's see what we got. We got a 9.5. So we finally got a 9.5. And it looks like it's a true gem, 9.5 all the way across the board, which is really nice. Malcolm Brogdon averaged 21.2 points per game, 38.8% from three-point range, 5.2 rebounds, 5.9 assists. I think a lot of people just really don't understand just how good he is. Everyone talks about, seemingly everyone else in the NBA except for Malcolm Brogdon. Again, he's on that Indiana Pacers team that I think people are sleeping on. It's very difficult to find a comp on this card. I'm going to go with $150 as a true gem 9.5. There was a raw sale of this card, and it wasn't even a hollow. It was just a regular optic. It's just recently sold for $25. So I think based on some of the comps that I saw for other autos of his cards, $150 was kind of my rough estimate. Let me know what you guys think on that. That was a nice one. Lastly, we have a Mike Trout. This is a Mike Trout 2014 X-Fractor. So we got this at a card show for $50. And Funny, the guy that sold it to us said, oh yeah, it's gradable. It might grade a 1, but it's a gradable card. A lot of dealers I've noticed are not really into grading, and they don't really want to, think about their cards as in terms of, well, is it going to be a PSA 9 or PSA 10? I think they're kind of like, there's like this anti-grading movement, it seems like. Let's see what we got on this here. 9.0. So haven't gotten a 9.5 on a Trout refractor yet from HGA. So that's, we're getting there. We're getting close. This is a nice card. And you can see the subgrades, 3 9s and a 9.5 on the centering. And again, I like that splash match. So tried to look up a comp for this. Again, paid $54 at a card show, paid $20 to get it graded. It looks like a PSA 9 of this card sold for $200. I think that's a rough, maybe this might be slightly less than a PSA 9, but it seems like HGA 9s and PSA 9s comp pretty similar, they're very similar comps on many of the cards. Let me know what your thoughts on that. But I would value this card at roughly around $200, maybe less than that. Mike Trout, it looks like he's out for the rest of the year, so the market's pretty down on him right now. Probably if I really wanted to move the card, I'd have to go as low as 150. That's just my thought. But still, this is a nice little profit for a card we picked up at a card show for not too much money. So that's it. That's the 9-card order. HGA is now open for as many cards as you want to grade at this point. So I'm going to send a much bigger order in the near future. But we finally got one back, and it looks like we're getting another one back very soon. So I'll have another HGA reveal video very shortly, probably this week. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks again for all your feedback, all your comments. And please, if you have any more advice as far as grading or what are your thoughts on this particular order, let me know. Please subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And hope you have a great weekend. See you on the next one.